Hi class, this is a video I'm making of the things we went over in the Zoom meeting today to help you remember what we covered. This is the final extra credit project. As I said, it's worth 150 points towards your final grade. It would be a good idea for some of you who want to boost your grade to give this a try. Unlike the others, you do not get credit just for trying. You really need to do this correctly. It has basically two parts. One, capturing a photo that will work for this assignment, and then two, creating this particular composite up here. Both you will need to submit the composite as well as the original as shot image. Now, I'll show you some things over here, some of the things for the picture that you will use that you can't use. One, this top picture that I'm pointing to now is horizontal. It needs to be vertical. You're too far away. It's not cropped correctly. And it's severely backlit. You can't use backlit subjects. This next one is too far away as well. And there's a top light coming down and backlighting there as well. Primarily, it's too far away. This picture is a group picture way too far away. Don't try to use one person out of a group picture like that. Shoot a single person. This one shows side lighting. This guy is lit from the side. One side of his face is black. The other side is illuminated. That doesn't count. Some other ones I've added are this one. This is all backlit. You can't use that. This one's got some side lighting along with backlighting. Won't work for this. And this one's severe outdoor top lighting. The top half of this kid's face is not visible for us. And got to use a person, ladies and gentlemen, not a squirrel, please. This is the type of shot you should be looking for. Nice, soft, even lighting. Focused, make sure it's sharp. And a vertical shot, head and shoulders, like this shot. And that's the shot we're going to use for this composite. First thing to show you out of this, I'm going to duplicate that because if something goes wrong, then I've got the original to go to. So I'm going to go to Image, Duplicate, doesn't matter what the name is, and put it over there. I'm going to minimize that so that it's not in the way. This is my copy. Now, first thing I'm going to do is crop it on the toolbar over here. On crop, I'm going to select from the top. I know you guys can't see this. Width, height, and resolution. And I'm going to make that 2 by 2 by 300 pixels per inch. And when I enter that stuff, this is what I get. I can drag her down like that. Want the top of her head up there and cropped pretty much like this, 2 by 2. And I'll say OK for that. Make it a little larger for you to see it. And so far I've only got one layer. Let's check out the image size. 2 by 2 by 300 pixels per inch. That's what I want. Now I'm going to add some layers to this. I'm going to take that background layer and I'm going to drag it down to the bottom to the new layers tab down here. And when I do that, it will create a copy of the background like that. Then I'll select background again. Now I'll just click on new layer and that puts a blank layer in between my top one and my bottom one. That blank layer is what I'm going to use for the gray background that we'll get to in a while. I want to, on this top layer, select the person. And I've already done that over here. I made a selection. I used, as we went over in class, the magnetic lasso and finished it up with the lasso tool like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, folks. I can use the preview here and you can see what I have selected is the young lady in the picture. The tree in the background is outside of the selection. But I want to reverse that. I want to take and make the background go away, not hers. So I'm going to come up to the select menu and I'm going to pick inverse. And now when I look at what's selected, she's outside of the selection and the tree's in the selection. I might also want to feather that. Where's modify, feather. And I'll feather it by 2 pixels like that. And now I'm going to cut that. I'll go to my edit menu and say cut. Don't see anything, but if I turn the background layer off, you can see that all I have is the young lady left and the tree in the background's been cut out. Now for the middle layer, I'm going to go with what I was showing you here. I want to go to the color picker and make the RGB 150. Okay, and here's the color picker down here. It's all red now. I'm going to take all of these numbers. Sorry, mistyped it. And RGB and make them 150. Just like that. My new up here should look gray. I'll say OK. And over here in the color picker, it shows that gray tab. I will now, making sure I've got the middle layer selected, and using the paint bucket, click anywhere on the picture, and that fills that background with a neutral gray. It has no color shift to it at all, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to flatten that now by clicking the menu at the top and flatten image. I want to do that because I want to make sure she gets my color changes and the background gets my color changes. Just like I did with this one in class. I've got that as well. What I want to do now with this thumbnail is to duplicate it. You do that by image duplicate. Doesn't matter what the name is, and it'll come up. We can check it. The image size is 2 by 2 by 300. Make sure that's the same. And I've already done that with several images here at the bottom. You need to have 7. If you have a couple more, it's not going to hurt. I need to have a blank canvas. And to do that, you go up to File in the menu, New. And I know you can't see that on this, it's cropped out. I want to make sure I have the image size in inches and the resolution is 300 pixels per inch. I'm going to go across 6 and the height 11, like so, and create. And you see I have a blank canvas that matches the one I've got up there, just like that. So what I want to do now is first and foremost, take that neutral image up here and put it in the top. I'm going to use the move tool, put it on there and drag it over, and I will put it in the top right in the middle like that. Now I will use, and now let's get this out of the way, one of my thumbnails I created, and I'm going into the image adjustments menu, and I'm going into color balance. I'm going to use that from now on. It comes up with the red highlighted. That's the first cube up here. I type in 30, you can see the slider moves towards the words red by 30 points. I'll say OK. Again, using the move tool, I'm going to bring that over here and I'm going to settle it right about there, just like that. Take another picture, same thing, image adjustments, color balance, and it still comes up with the red highlighted, but I'm going to type the -30. You can just drag the slider if you want. That's fine. If you don't want to type it, just drag the slider until it shows minus. Minus in this case is cyan, where plus is red. Bring that over. And I can nudge it in there just like that. Bring up another one of my thumbnails. Same thing, image, adjustments, color balance. This time I'm going to use the middle space, and this is magenta and green. Green is the primary color, so the positive number, I do it. The slider moves to green. Again, you can just move the slider if you want. For 30 points, say OK. Take and drag that over here and get another thumbnail. You got it by now, I'm sure. Image adjustments, color balance, middle one, and I'm going to use a -30 this time, or drag the slider. That's magenta. Put this in place. Bring up another, 2 more to go. And we're going with the blue yellow this time. Blue is one of the primary colors, so the positive number, or moving the slider, 30 points adds blue. And 1 more to go. -30 is yellow. Just like that. I'm going to take the view and where I have show grid, I'm going to deselect that. That's your final composite. So what you are going to submit is the original as shot image. And I know I'd have to have one of these over here. Thought I had it out here. I must have minimized it. My mistake. The original as shot, not the cropped, not the one where the color's added to, but the original as shot image for this. Let's see if I can bring that up real quick. Here we go. That original image, you submit that into the extra credit and your composite. Now, again, like we said in class, that composite is full of layers. Each one of those thumbnails I dragged is a layer. Using the main menu at the top, go down and flatten that image. Save that as your composite. Save this as your as shot again with all the camera data, camera raw data, and do that correctly, and you will get 150 points extra credit. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for coming to class today.